Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you all of my most nostalgic toys. And these are things that are the most nostalgic to me, but I bet we will have some overlap. There are even some things that might be nostalgic to you if you were born before the 2000s. I was born in 2001, so that's kind of where like the category that my nostalgia falls under. But there are some toys that are reminiscent of the 80s, like a Gen 1 My Little Pony toy. So yeah. Also, this is kind of just like an overview. I picked kind of my favorite toy in each category. These are not all of my old toys. These are not all of my secondhand toys or dolls. So if you would like to see a part 2 or a more in-depth version of this video, please let me know. This one is kind of just to like gauge your guys' interest in collection and nostalgia videos, and if you enjoy it, please let me know and I would love to do a part 2. I also didn't include certain categories. Like I have a lot of vintage coloring books that I thought would be nostalgic, but they're not toys, so I didn't include them. There is one puzzle book, which obviously isn't a toy, but since it's like, I don't know, I wanted to include it. But if you guys would like to see things that aren't toys, also please let me know. Or if you'd like to see a specific My Little Pony version or like a specific doll version, let me know, because this is kind of just scratching the surface. I also have a lot of vintage Littlest Pet Shop because I have all my childhood collection still. So I am going to do a deep dive into Littlest Pet Shop at some point. So again, there's kind of like just like the part 1 version, I guess, to see if you guys are interested in videos like these. But that's enough rambling. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Some of these things I don't know off the top of my head like what their full name is, so I will put that on screen. But yeah, I don't know specific like years and things, but if you're watching this and you're an avid toy collector, probably chances are you're gonna know more than me anyways. Okay, let's start off with Littlest Pet Shop. Now, like I said, I will be doing an actual Littlest Pet Shop deep dive. These are some of my favorites from my childhood collection, so those are of course the ones that are most nostalgic to me, because they would be the ones that are like very well played with. This lamb's name is Hopscotch, and if you've been following me for a while, you probably see her in a ton of my content. You've also probably seen the dragonfly a lot as well. And now Calico Critters, the baby mice. I've collected the baby Calico Critters all my life, and this was my first set that I got for these 2 babies when I was 3. And I love them so much. And then I just also wanted to show these pigs because they're discontinued and they're so cute. They're the little baby pigs. If you'd like to see all my Calico Critters, you can see them also in a video I did on here. Up next, I'm going to be showing you guys my Zuzu pets. But first, this is Carly. She is one of the rare Zuzu pets that is having a hard time getting the hair out of her eyes. And she has a peace sign heart on her back, which that's super nostalgic to me, along with her colors. She is one of my favorites, if not my favorite Zuzu pet. All of these I got secondhand, though they were mostly all new in box. None of them run anymore, but some of them... Carly, you can still press her nose, but not her back. They used to obviously run around. I'm totally fine with them not doing that anymore. I am one of the kids who had to be very careful not to get their hair caught in the wheels. I don't know if you guys remember that whole scandal, but yeah. These 3 I believe are from the original, like the first production line of them, and Carly is a special edition. And up next, we have Lalaloopsy dolls. I did not have one of these as a kid, but I wanted them really bad. So both of mine are secondhand. This is Cloud E Sky, and she is my favorite. Little wings. I won't lie, sometimes they pinch me. Like, it's kind of easy to get your fingers like caught in them. And I do have both of their pets, but I don't have them in a spot that's easily accessible, so I'll just put them on screen. But I love her because she has a little mouse. Now we're gonna go through stuffed animals. So this is Paulette from Build-A-Bear, and I've had her since I was about 10, and she is in a Peter Rabbit onesie that I got her from Walmart around the same time. And this is like a newborn baby size, or it might be 3 to 6 months. Yeah, 3 to 6 months. Peter Rabbit onesie. And I love her so much. And I love the quality of the older Build-A-Bears. The quality is so much better. If you want to check out my other stuffed animal haul video, it does need to be updated, but you will see a bunch of vintage Build-A-Bears if you want to check that out. But since we're just scratching the surface, I'm just including my favorite vintage Build-A-Bear, and that is Paulette. Also, stuffed animals, this is my bear, and he is wearing a onesie that I used to wear as a baby. So these are my baby clothes. Yeah. And his name is Violet. Kind of gender neutral king. Because his name is Violet, but I use he, him pronouns for him, I guess. But yeah, this is him. He's a hypoallergenic bear, which means that he can go in the washing machine and the dryer without getting damaged, which isn't true for most stuffed animals. If you would like an in-depth tutorial on how to completely safely, with no chance of harming your stuffed animal, especially old ones, like thoroughly wash and sanitize them, that's up on my Patreon. It's kind of a long, lengthy process, but it's the only thing that works for me that like keeps them completely safe and also sanitizes them completely. So yeah. This is Violet. And this is Pooh. This is the Pooh that I got as a baby. So he is from either the late 90s or like literally 2000, 2001. And yeah, I used to go everywhere with him, and I love him very much. And yeah, this is my first Pooh, the first Pooh of my collection. I have many a Winnie the Pooh stuffed animal now, but I love him so much. He sits on my little vintage Pooh shelf. And this from 2006, this is baby Pinkie Pie. So cute, and I love her so much. She also has a bottle that you can like feed her, and I don't know if you can tell on the screen, but her skin is like slightly glittery, and she's so cute and so nostalgic. This is another toy I didn't have as a kid but I wanted, so I got for myself secondhand. Little baby. Speaking of My Little Pony babies, this is newborn Tularula, and I've got her blocks with her right now, but she doesn't have to have them. She's a little cutie mark. Another secondhand, and I'll just like do all the ponies. Finish off the My Little Pony exhibit. This is Posy Bloom, potentially the like inspiration for Fluttershy, who is my favorite of the later generation ponies. But yeah, she's so cute. This is her cutie mark. She is a modern toy, but she was made for I think this, I don't remember what, like I don't know if it was like 50 years, I forget, like 25 years? No, more than that. Because I think My Little Pony started in the 80s. So, whatever. The anniversary edition, they like remade some of the Gen 1 ponies. So I feel like this is kind of like a cheat, and I have a few from that drop, like of the anniversary edition. You can see all of them if you watch my room tour because they're all displayed on my shelves. But yeah, this is Posy Bloom. Now let's finish up dolls and then move on to other little things. All right, these are two of my Live dolls. They're both Hayden from the Nature collection. This one here on the left, this is my childhood one. As you can see, a mouse got to her face while she was in storage. So yeah, that's from a mouse. Not the best. Her clothes are in great shape though. Don't know where these pants are from. All of her joints, as you can see, are very loose. And then this is the one that I got for myself recently, secondhand, new in box. So this was her original outfit, and I also have the rest of her accessories and stuff, but I have them all put away. And yeah, I actually like the face on my original one more than the new one. Like there's a bit of like a factory difference there, but I love them, and I'm gonna keep her in pristine condition. She's will always be my favorite though because she's from my childhood. But yeah, she is my favorite of my Live dolls. I have a few more, but nothing compares to her. She was my favorite as a kid, and she's my favorite now. And lastly for dolls, this of course is Samantha Parkington. Now again, I feel like I'm cheating because her character is her original character from the 80s. She was one of the original 3 back when the company was Pleasant Company and not American Girl with Mattel. But if you don't know, it was her, Kirsten, and Molly. They were the original 3 American Girls. And she is in a outfit from the 2000s. I'll put the name of it on screen. But she is the Be Forever Samantha. So she was made recently, which makes me feel like I'm cheating. But I'm kind of, since she's dressed in this outfit and she is one of the original 3 characters, I'm gonna count her. She still has her little Be Forever bow in. I'm so mad because I got her Be Forever version because that was all that was available on the website, not like secondhand wise. And I kind of regret not getting just the secondhand Samantha, especially, and now I'm sad too because they re-released her in her original outfit and did away with the whole Be Forever situation, so that's a bummer. But I'm counting her. And then as for like an original American Girl who is in modern clothing, this is Lainey, and she is Girl of the Year from 2010, and I got her secondhand, and she's in a little outfit from Etsy. But she's one of my favorites and one of my comfort dolls. So she is an actual, like, nostalgic, vintage, question mark, doll. But Samantha is that original character. So, yeah. That's going to round us out for dolls. If you would like to see all of my American Girl dolls, you can go over and check out. I have 2 American Girl doll collection videos. One from earlier this year and one from last year. I do have one new doll since I made that video. But, yeah, you can see her over on my doll Instagram. And I'll put the @ on screen. And now this is going to be the last thing that I'm going to present to you, and then the bigger items we'll have a moment with, because there's 2 big play sets I'm going to show. But this is the Shirley Barber Fairy Tale Jigsaw book. And I don't know if this will be nostalgic to everyone. I got it again secondhand. I don't know if it says, yeah, it was first published in 2001. Here's the back. And here's like a look at the completed puzzles. So these are puzzles that you do, but then you keep them in the book. And I'm going to show you my favorite picture, which is this one, the Bluebell Fairy. And there's 2 little bunnies. And I love it so much. It's the cutest thing in the world. So yeah, and this is kind of not really a toy, but I feel like, I don't know, puzzle is kind of somewhere in between. But yeah, I'm gonna now show you guys the playsets, and then that'll wrap up this video. So if you would like to see a part 2, let me know. Here's the first playset. Alright, now this I feel like is sort of my magnum opus. I want to say it's the Fisher-Price. I want to say like Snuggamals. There were a few of them, and this is the monkey version. This is the flower, little pacifier. And he takes batteries. So cute. He also has a little bottle. It has flowers. Hope this is focusing. But you feed him his bottle. And I believe I put batteries in him, but I did. Let's see if that sound used to annoy me when I was a kid, the sound of him drinking. But I loved that noise. And he's so cute and snuggly. And then you tuck him in to his little leaf crib. And he goes to sleep. His eyes should close. Alright. That's enough. There, it goes in there. And then the batteries for this don't work anymore, like even if you put batteries in. But this used to spin and a light used to come out. And it would be so beautiful, and the sound and the song was so nice. I'm going to see if I can find an old ad. But you'd push that and that's what would happen. This is not the one from my childhood. This is one that I got secondhand. But yeah, I love him. And this is my like magnum opus nostalgia toy. And yeah, that concludes my nostalgia toys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, please feel free to like, subscribe, comment, and subscribe to my Patreon if you would like to see more long-form content from me, because that is where 99% of my long-form content is. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love you, and as always, I will see you in the next one.